everyone, and welcome back to Trading Secrets. If you're Indian, then at some point you have definitely come across a very clickbaity link that tells you 10 English words that are actually Indian. The lists will have your usual bungalow, shampoo, thug, pajamas, veranda, avatar, jungle, and so forth. Honestly, each word could easily make for a video of its own. But for this video, let's look at the word shampoo. What the fork does it even mean? Sham. Poo. Well, a simple search tells you that the word comes from the Hindi word champo or champna. Champing means to malish or massage your hair with coconut oil or whichever oil for relaxation. But how did it come to mean to wash your hair? Turkish public baths or hammams were popular in India since the time of the Sultanate and the Mughals. These offered a head-to-toe massage with oils and herbs and ended with a thorough hair wash. When the East India Company officers came to India, they experienced these baths and then took the customs back with them to the UK. A man called Sheikh Deen Mohammed, a Bengali immigrant to the UK, used to work in a British bathhouse where champing was on the menu. But after the establishment closed down, he started his own Indian bathhouse in 1814, offering Indian medicated vapor baths where people were treated with herbal vapor baths and shampooing, which was the hair washing at the end, thus introducing the word shampoo in the English language. He was a really cool dude, actually. He was the first Indian ever to publish a book in English. He also started the first Hindustan coffee house in the UK, which didn't even serve coffee, but did serve Indian food and hookah. His medicated vapor baths were meant to cure a variety of illnesses, varying from asthma, rheumatism, paralysis, cramps, and whatnot. This practice became so incredibly popular that he was also appointed as the shampoo surgeon to King George IV in 1838 and later to William IV. Whatever that means. His vapor baths fell out of fashion after a while, but the word shampooing, meaning to clean one's hair, stuck around. In 1860, the word traveled to the Americas and found a place in the English dictionary. Up until the 1900s, people used soap bars to wash their hair. These soaps were made out of vegetable or animal fats, or sometimes also palm and olive oil, hence the name palm olive. In 1903, Hans Schwarzkopf was the first person to sell a product that was meant solely to clean one's hair. Initially, it was sold as a powder, and a few decades later as a liquid. It's crazy to realize that dry shampoo was invented first, and is now back like 100 years later. If we keep going back in time, say before Muhammad's arrival, what were medieval Europeans doing to their hair? Well, they didn't really wash it that often. Most people in the society, high or low, wore either hats or some sort of head covering or wigs, thus rendering hair wash unnecessary. But very, very occasionally, they would wash their hair with ash and lukewarm water, or just warm water. Just brushing one's hair was considered adequate enough. Plus, it wouldn't have been as hot in Europe as it would have been in India, so chances of needing to wash your hair are lower. And still, Muhammad's intricate shampooing ritual wasn't exactly what Indians were using to wash their hair on a regular basis either. That was none other than what we dreaded as children, a mixture of rita or soap nuts, shikakai, and amla or Indian gooseberries. Oof. Indians have been using these ingredients for thousands of years, as proven by archaeobotanical remains at Banali, a Harappan site from 2500 BCE. Different warmer climate cultures all had their own versions of hair care, depending on what was grown locally. For example, ancient Egyptians used castor oil. African women in Chad used chebe powder, which was made up of lavender cotton, cherry kernels, mastic gum, cloves, and perfumes. The pre-Columbian native North Americans used crushed roots of the yucca plant, and South Americans used a quinoa extract. And of course, the Middle East had their own hammams. So because Sheikh Deen Mohammed started this new trend of shampooing, which was really more of a massage than hair wash, the invention of it is attributed to India, when really it's just the word shampoo that caught on. But funnily enough, as the world heads towards green and sustainable living, Indian shampoos are back on the market. So somehow we've come a full circle. Soap nuts are now sold at eco stores, albeit at eye-watering prices. It's experiencing a resurgence in India as well. When I denounce shampoo in exchange for something less chemically and more sustainable, I'm so happy I didn't have to look that far. I've been using this cocktail of Rita, Shikakai and Amla for over a year now. And honestly, it's brilliant. Does sting a bit though if you don't close your eyes in time. But overall, 5 stars. If you enjoyed this video, do let me know in the comments below. And as usual, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Oh, and if you ever have any suggestions on what topics I should cover or anything really, do let me know as well. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.